Hey guys, M13 here. I haven't eaten breakfast, so I'm not sure how coherent I'm going to be. I got a message from a guy on Facebook, and he said he wanted to show his friend me filtering. He's right. I haven't done much inner-city riding lately, so that's what I'm doing. Ask and ye shall receive. I think that's from the Quran. You can pass a bicycle. It's not illegal. These roads are so confusing. These roads, man, first few times I did these roads here that I'm doing right now, so confusing. Going underground, coming up, you have to immediately make a U-turn to get where you're going. It's not generally the way it works. So I got rid of the yellow dog, replaced it with a black one. It's almost as good, smaller, not quite as quick, less noisy. Oh, speaking of dogs. Ooh. Who has weak DNA? You do! You got weak DNA. I was actually talking to the guy, not the dog. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding with the racism. When I do the whole racism thing, I'm kidding. Unless it's about Indians, then I'm generally serious. Okay, I got a couple stories. I need gas. There's multiple gas stations. Let's finish the stories first. There's a gas station right here, but I don't want to stop my video. I started it. So, oh yeah, on Facebook I mentioned that I picked a fight with some retarded people, sorry, mentally disabled, is that the correct term? I don't know. You know, retarded, it's so stupid. It's so stupid when a word becomes offensive. Because if you check the dictionary, the word retarded isn't offensive. You still use that word for other things, like you have like there's mechanical things that help retard engine, like, what is it? Retard engine this, or there's mechanical things that use that word. And you don't have to stop using that word when you're talking about engines. Anyways, retard just means slow. It just means slow. That's what it means. So mentally retarded means mentally slow. The word is slow. Things that... come on. This guy, see this fucking SUV is parked right in the middle of motorcycle fucking stopping area. He's taking up the whole, like that whole square is for motorcycles, and then he sits in the middle of it, and then we're all forced to line up. And then see, that's a turning lane. So all the scooters are forced into the turning lane because this asshole parks in the middle of scooter parking in his BMW. And speaking of asses, yeah, so what was I saying? So what happened was, I was with my dog, Xiao Mei, the little black one, and Xiao Mei, for those of you that are going to ask, Xiao means small, and Mei means beautiful. So, in my mind, her name is Little Beauty. The reason I gave her that name is because it sounds like Xiao Hei, and Xiao Hei means little black, and that's what you would call a stray dog that was black. They go by color, like little white, little black, little yellow. If you see a stray dog with no owner, you would just refer to it by its color, and everyone would just call it that. That would be its like stray name, kind of like the bastards on Game of Thrones. They have, you know, like if someone's last name is Snow, that means he's a bastard from the north, and if someone's name is whatever. So, what else was there? There was Snow for Bastards of the North, Jon Snow, and then if you're a bastard of the South, your name was like Field or Spring or something, I don't know, like Grass. And then if you're a bastard from the islands, you were called like, I forget. I've read some of those books like 5 times. I don't remember the bastards' names. Anyways, not overly important though, is it? So yeah, so for a stray black dog, it'd be Xiao Hei. And for a while, she was a stray that I was just being nice to. And then she forced her way into my home, literally. So for a while, I was calling her Xiao Hei. And then I wanted to give her a new name because she's not a stray anymore, but I didn't want the new name to sound so unfamiliar to her that she wouldn't recognize it. So, Xiao Mei. Xiao Mei. Yeah. So I was with Xiao Mei, and we were at a store, and what she does at the store is she'll just sit just inside the entranceway, so that way she doesn't walk around in the store with me. So I just tell her to stay by the entrance, and it's fine. I've done it 100 times, no problem. And then just the other day had a minor problem. We just entered the store. She's sitting by the doorway, and I'm walking away, and then I hear someone walking heavily, like kind of like stomping with their feet, and then I think to myself, okay, someone's trying to scare my dog. Someone's fucking with my dog. So I just look back because I'm still pretty close, and I see someone walking towards her, and they're kind of wearing a uniform, and I think, okay, they're a worker at the store. Okay, a worker at the store is trying to scare my dog, and I'm like, so I'm keeping an eye on it. But then the worker kind of bends down and puts out a hand and calls my dog over, and I'm like, okay, maybe it wasn't that person stomping their feet. They're actually being nice and calling my dog. And then as Xiao Mei goes to the worker in her other hand has like a purse, and she uses the purse to swing and kind of hit her in the face, but not overly hard. Like it's not hard. Actually, I should say not hard, but still, it's still not nice. You know, she's still calling a dog over nicely and then smacking it in the face, lightly, albeit, but nonetheless a dick move. So she does it once, and then she does it again. After she hits Xiao Mei like runs away, and then she like approaches her a bit more, and then calls her again. Come on, hello. And then Xiao Mei approaches again, and then boom, smacks her in the face again. This person is just going to repeatedly call my dog over and then smack it in the face. And in my entire life, I've actually seen this happen once or twice before, and both times it was from. I didn't think of it at the time, but I've seen people do this twice before in my lifetime. Not with Xiao Mei, but with Babao. And both times it was a mentally handicapped person. So, but anyways, I didn't think of that at the time. I just saw someone in a uniform bullying my dog, and so after the second time of seeing this, I let out a hey. But not like that. That guy just totally ran the red. I let out, I just like, hey, top of my lungs. And it was funny because I was in a bad mood at the time to begin with. That's important to the story. And then when I let out my hey, I should just do one, shouldn't I? Okay, I'll do it. Just for you guys. I'm going to back away so you can get the maximum amount of reaction to it. I was just like, hey! Now I got 3 people. Asians, man, you cannot faze them. You cannot faze them. That's why a lot of reactionary videos, like reality prank videos, they go to black areas. And this is, yeah, I'm being racist here, but nonetheless. They go to like black areas because black people have the most reaction to things in general. And I don't know if that's racist, but it's like, actually, there's a video with Vitaly D. There's a famous Russian prankster guy, and he actually says in the video, and you can hear it, it's like background, he says, I told you guys to go to the like Bronx or black, he says like something like, I told you guys to go to the black area, we'd get better reactions, because at the beginning of the video they're doing pranks in like a white area, and then they move to a black area, and then you hear, he actually says it, like, he says, I told you guys to move to a black area, get better reactions. So yeah, if it's racism, then go blame him, because he's the guy who taught it to me. But anyways, yeah, with Asians, man, I just like the top of my lungs, angry hey, and you get like 3 people out of 15 that actually look at me. Anyway, but in the mall, it was different. In the mall, I guess it's because we're not on the road or something. I don't know what. I guess maybe they're used to road rage, so they're trained not to look. But in the mall, in the store, there was about, I don't know, about 30 random customers scattered around, and every single one of them jumped. Like, I saw them all shake. And then after they all shook, it went dead silent, which was fine by me because I was just about to bitch someone out, and I did. I'm like in Chinese. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You call the dog over just to hit it? I go, is there something? I think I said, like, are you retarded? I didn't say are you retarded. I said, are you a pervert? Which in Chinese translates better. It means is there something, like, you know, mentally wrong with you, like in a perverted sense, not in a Down syndrome sense, but in a, you know, I like to set kittens on fire sense. So yeah, I'm just like, you know, this guy, really? He's old. I was considering like kicking his car or something, but he's an elderly guy. I won't fuck with that. When elderly people make mistakes on the road, I'm just like, one day that'll be me. One day I'll be like running over scooters on my way home, on my way to buy prune juice or whatever. So it's just that's how nature works. You know, you're young, you grow up, you get old, you run people over. So this is the longest retard story ever. So yeah, I'm just like, what's wrong with you, blah blah blah. And as I'm yelling at her, I start to notice that she's with a group of about 8 other people, and then her uniform is a gas station uniform, and gas stations are renowned, because I'm guessing you've already guessed where this goes. Gas stations are renowned for hiring handicapped people. They don't let them pump the gas, but I guess they do other stuff. They let them clean up the glass once it's spilt, because that shit's cancerous. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know what they do. They don't pump the gas though. Actually, do they? Normally, no. So, what's going on here? Jeez. So yeah, I start to look at the group of people she's with, and there's a few of them wearing gas station uniforms, and then there's a couple of others that aren't wearing gas station uniforms, but they're full Down syndrome, and I realize, yes, I'm yelling at a mentally handicapped girl. But nonetheless, she's calling my dog over and smacking it in the face, and I got some backup? No, support. That's the word. I got some support from her friends. One of her friends was like, yeah, you shouldn't hit the dog, but in like a much more normal voice than that, because I'm over exaggerating for comedic effect, which is again a bad thing to do at this point, since we're talking about mentally handicapped people. That van almost took out that scooter, but that scooter was blind not to see the big ass van pulling into a lane. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story. I just yelled at her for a bit, and then I realized that I started to realize it was just like creeping up on me, the realization that she's handicapped. And then but then like her friends are honestly like telling her, yeah, you shouldn't hit the dog. So then I just kind of just walked away quickly. And what tipped me off too was like, when I started to yell at her, she had this look of like pure terror on her face, and honestly, like in my mind, I was like, that's like more terror than there should be. Like I'm not gonna like knife her, or like, she had the look of someone who's about to be like, you know, raped or mugged violently. Like that was the look like she had on her face just from me yelling at her, and I was like, there's not, you know, like overly dramatic response on her behalf. It was in my mind, and then later on it kind of clicked in. It's like, oh, it's because, you know. So I totally didn't do any lane filtering, but at least I got my story out.
Sammy, how you doing?